Deanna Paul.
Yeah.
Good morning, you're Deanna Paul.
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Paul, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 1792. You're charged with a third-degree felony offense of stalking, and that's from October 3rd of 2020. Stand up. What's the matter?
Nothing. My allergies.
Okay. I test you this morning. You gonna have anything in your system?
No, ma'am, but I just sneezed back there.
Okay, let's double check it. Have a seat in the jury box, please. Ms. Paul, come up. So, Ms. Paul, I received a note that you refused to take a drug test.
Yes, ma'am, because I leaned against the thing. I just finished sneezing back there, and I felt like I was being singled out. I know I have alcohol in my system
So
from the night before.
So let me explain. If you don't test and let me see what is or is not in your system, then I'm going to assume that you're positive,
Okay.
and I will raise your bond for sure, and you'll go to jail.
Okay.
So do you want to take the test and let me see what's in your system?
I don't have anything in my system besides alcohol.
Then go take the test.
I can't pee.
We're going to give you some water.
I just had water.
Then you want me to go ahead and send you to jail?
I don't know. You haven't even finished running down my charges to me.
What?
Running down my charges to me.
What do you mean?
What I was here for, or if I'm going to get a lawyer, and all that.
First things first is I'm ordering you to take a drug test. If you refuse the drug test, then you're refusing a court order, and I'll raise your bond and you'll go to jail. Then you'll have an attorney come visit you in jail, and they'll go over all of the charges. If you want to take the time.
So I can bond out?
Yeah, your bond's going to be raised, though.
But could I bond out today? That's what I'm asking.
You don't know what I'm going to set your bond at
yet.
I'm
trying to go to work.
Well, then you should probably take the drug test.
Let's try.
Because the more you refuse to do it, the more concern I have, and probably the higher your bond's going to be.
I'm just worried about getting back to my kids and going back to work because
Then take the drug test. So either there's something in your system other than alcohol.
Something in my system.
Right.
I said that.
You said you have alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not worried about that right now.
Maybe some weed.
Take the test. Let me see what's in your system.
It's weed.
Okay. I want to see what's in it. Take the test. And then we'll decide. Just because you test positive does not necessarily mean that I'm going to raise your bond, but we're going to have some discussions depending on what's in your system. So if you want any opportunity today to walk out that door instead of that door, go take the test. Otherwise, I'm raising your bond right now.
I can sit and see if I can pee.
Go try. Mr. Paul, come up, ma'am. Justin Wallace with Mr. Lewis. Okay, so you've refused again.
I didn't refuse. I told him that I couldn't go. I didn't refuse for the sake.
There's no way that after a couple hours you can't go a little bit. So I'm going to find Miss Paul based on your number one, that you told me that you smoke marijuana. You told the man in the back, the drug tester, that you smoke daily, and that you used alcohol also yesterday, which alcohol's I'm not so worried about unless you're driving, but obviously using marijuana is a violation of the law, which means it's a violation of your bond conditions.
Okay.
And so let me see something real quick. I need to take a look at probable cause affidavit. Give me just a minute to get you more information about you and your case, and then I'll decide what to set your new bond at.
Miss West, can I say, I know that I'm going to jail today. That's fine. But I feel like I've been the victim in this and I have the proof. I'm just overwhelmed at this point with the whole situation.
Well,
because the girl is still harassing me.
Have you called the cops?
No, but I have the proof of her going to my job recently. Letters from my job and her job.
All right, just hold on. You're going to need to tell all that to a lawyer. You still have that assault down the hall pending?
I have to go to that courtroom for the same person.
All right. So based on the limited information that I have, I'm going to again find that you violated the conditions of your bond and in cause number 25 DCCR 1752, raise that bond to $35,000. A condition of that bond, if you make it, is that you have to have a drug patch put on within 24 hours of your release from custody.
Okay.
And obviously, if you get out soon, I'm going to assume that that drug patch will initially be positive,
Okay.
but it should be going down. So it doesn't just test whether you're positive or negative. It gives me an amount.
Okay.
And if it's not going down, then that bond's going to go up even higher. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't get the drug patch changed every 2 weeks like you're supposed to, some people say, oh, it fell off. And they don't just fall off. Okay. So you need to make sure you have it on at all times. Get it tested when you're supposed to. If you make that bond, go back with the bailiff.
Okay.
Thank you. Patrick Brooks. Good morning. Are you Patrick Brooks?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Brooks, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 1652. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of fraudulent use or possession of identifying information, and that's from October 8th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
No, actually, I was never booked in through Jefferson County or anything like that. I actually got picked up January 1st of this year, stating that I had these warrants. And then I had to bond out. I had to spend $2,000 to get out. After speaking to investigator Reggie Boykin and the sheriff's office right here, I talked to Miss Brooke. They found out that it was another guy named Scott Anthony Doss using my name. I had to go do an identity report and stuff like that. Like, here's some dates where it's like, I heard he got picked up October 9th as well for something. Then also in Orange County.
So hang on just a second. That's all information that probably the district attorney needs, not me. So is Mr. Coleman going to be here?
He is probably.
Okay. When he have a seat, when Mr. Coleman gets here, would you have him take a look at this? I'm going to have Mr. Brooks have a seat. Sounds like there's some information.
Just got some identity theft. I think he needs to go up and tell the front desk and our civil division should handle it.
I did a identity
Things
report.
have to be done.
He's already done some of that, it sounds like, and I mean,
But he hasn't talked to us.
They talked with them.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when Mr. Coleman gets here, would you just have him just have a seat when when the assistant district attorney that's assigned to your case gets here? Just here in the courtroom. Mr. Coleman,
Yes.
can you come up real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
There is a Patrick Brooks on this initial docket.
ID, field ID, something like that.
I'm sorry.
An ID or something like that.
It's a fraudulent use or possession of identifying information. He said he spoke with
My investigator.
about identity theft on him, that it wasn't him and that there was some proof of that. Or anyway, can you take a look at it? I told him to have a seat and wait. And
What's his name again?
it's Patrick Brooks.
Okay. All right.
It's not listed out here.
So something's wonky. And he has some documentation. He's sitting in the courtroom if you want to look at what he's got as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I approached on Mr. Brooks, Patrick Brooks.
Yes, sir.
My investigators run it down and confirmed that this defendant was not the individual who was arrested for this offense. I'll be preparing a dismissal.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Brooks, come on up, sir. So I'm going to sign a dismissal. All that information was correct. He's going to send a dismissal through. That arrest will be on your record still, not the case, but that means you're entitled to an expunction.
Okay.
So I know it's a frustrating thing. It wasn't you, but it would obviously be probably to your benefit to find a lawyer to help you get that expunged.
Right, okay.
Okay.
So I spoke to one. He said that he didn't like Jefferson County. So they gave me to somebody else.
Okay.
And apparently I'm supposed to call him. If I needed one, he said to call him.
I think it would be to
Because
your
I spent
benefit.
$2,000 to get out that I didn't even have,
I understand, and I know that's very
I'm not even sure if I'm
frustrating.
gonna be able to get that back or not.
Not if it was to a bondsman.
It was to a
If you
bondsman.
paid a cash bond, it'd be different, but if you paid it to a bondsman, unfortunately, I don't think so. So what I'm going to do, once that, if you want to wait for just a few minutes, we can get you a copy of that dismissal so you have it in your hand to take to whoever you talk to.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a seat, watch for the clerk. She'll call you up when I have that done. Thank you, Mr. Coleman.
Yes, Judge.
That's okay, even if it's just a copy, he can show it to somebody. That's frustrating. That's terrible. Miss Richard, good morning. Why wouldn't you take that off when the bailiff asked you to earlier?
No, I had told because I had this on. I didn't want to take it off.
I understand, but it's not appropriate and you have to do that and follow the rules. It's not just when you're standing in front of me, but when you walk into the courtroom, there's no head. You should have known better than to wear a bonnet to court in the first place,
Yes, ma'am.
right? This is felony court, not where you show up in a bonnet.
Yes, ma'am.
So why were you late this morning?
I had to bring I woke up late and I had to bring my kids to school. So but I had called up here and told them that I was.
So how old are you, Miss Richard?
How old am I? 25.
25. So you're old enough to set an alarm and get up on time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So getting up late is some excuse that my kids would have, not something that a grown lady that has her own kids would have.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to be here on time.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to recall that bond forfeiture. And let me get to your case real quick. This is your initial appearance in clause number 25, DCCR 1611. You're charged with theft of property with previous convictions from August 14th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
So what I'm going to do, Miss Richard, is since you made bond, I expect you to at least try to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire someone.
Yes, ma'am.
If you get someone hired before the next court date, then just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, so different payment plans. Bring me the names of the lawyers that you've talked to when you come back, because I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you'll step in front of the clerk right here, she'll give you your reset.